To understand how skipping works, you need to first know how Olm's attack cycle and targeting works. Every 4 game ticks, Olm scans the part of the room he's looking at. If he detects players, he will use an attack. If he does not, then he will turn his head to the section of the room with the most player waiting, skipping the attack. This means that if Olm cannot see anyone when he wants to use a special, he will instead skip it. Skipping a special is accomplished by tanking Olm's second auto attack, then moving out of his vision so he has no target to use a special on. You can do this by simply moving to the mage or melee side of the room depending on which side you're skipping on. In this clip, you can see that once Olm turns his head to the mage side of the room, I move to the center tile. Then, after he shoots an auto attack, I move to the melee side of the room. By doing this, we remove any targets for Olm to cast a special on, so he just turns his head without incident. Just like when running the head, these actions aren't tick perfect, and you have a lot of wiggle room. Just be sure not to run early, or else Olm will double attack the melee side of the room when he turns his head. Melee skipping is the same concept as mage skipping, but due to how player waiting works, you must be in the melee safe spot when Olm decides where he's going to turn his head. This makes melee skipping less preferable to mage skipping due to the amount of run energy it takes. Just to reiterate, once I see Olm turn his head, I start running to the middle tile, then after he auto attacks me I move to the mage side of the room, then I make my way back to the melee safe spot. Okay, so how do you know whether you should mage or melee skip? That will depend on what side of the room Olm's special attacks are set to. If a special happens when Olm turns his head away from the mage side, that means that it's mage set. If a special happens when Olm turns his head away from the melee side, that means that it's melee set. Ideally, you want the head to be set mage side, since mage skipping doesn't require much run energy. The runner has the ability to set Olm's head mage or melee side by holding the head for 1 extra auto attack. There are 2 ways to accomplish this. The most simple way and most common way is by face tanking an auto attack and then waiting for Olm to decide he won't turn his head, then continuing running like normal. The other method doesn't require tanking, but it does require good time and being comfortable with Olm's attack cycle. To do this, you must move out of the way of Olm's attack, then move back, wait until Olm decides he's going to keep his head on one side, then move out of the way again to dodge the next auto attack, and then continue running like normal. Skipping and setting can be a bit abstract for new raiders, so if it's confusing, that's normal. It may take some time and practice to wrap your head around the idea. If you have any questions, please comment them down below and I'll do my best to respond. Thanks for watching.